Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. Elliott now to kick this one away.
Wait, that wide, 80. Check 53. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 26, check 26. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Jackson, reload.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
450. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Check hot, hot. Check 99. Check 99. Rip.
They'll run on first down. It's White, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Wait, 20. Mike, 27. 65. 65. Shift.
They go right back to White here on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Hey, Haywood. 47 is the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
This pass complete, wins to Ertz. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been, but it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium, and his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
52. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic.
From the 44, Wentz. Dancing to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Man 5-7.
51's the mic, boy.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw, it's Wentz. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
82, 82.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, 5-7.
Wentz going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
There we go. Back. Waiting. Here we kill.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Know your job. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 78 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
180.
On first down, they run with Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Brady now on first down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brady gives this to White. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Just like that. Just like that.
Regular.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
81. Bravo.
52's the mic. Here we go, D. Defense all day. All day.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play. a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike.
5-7.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Great 15. Great 15. This 5-7.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. I'm coming for you. You mine. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
This 5-7.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 51.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jamie Collins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Hightower, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Watch Mike.
Man 5-7.
Here I come. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. New Mike 52. Mike 52.
Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On first down, it's Howard, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
40, 82, 40. Stack. Hey, wahoo!
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis. when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Completes it to Aguilar. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Check. 53's mark. Check. 50.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout called. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Here we go.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
All day, baby, all day.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of overtime for Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Howard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic. I'm on.
To throw is Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal.
Mike 51.
Working from the gun. Wentz forced hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Strip that ball.
Great 15. Great 15.
52.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Regular. Hey, box truck.
Mike 51.
Watch the slant. When he hits.
What can Brady do now with his drive? Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go one more. Check it.
To throw, it's Brady. It fights him off. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road.